get some work in Smash 4, put in that extra time to just at least work on your fundamentals going into this next game. Because these two players right here are definitely huge examples of what excessive grinding could get you to. We're not going to go into the match just yet. Light kind of just apparently just getting ready to model. He's trying to go into a new career, just falling asleep on the chair, just leaning off to the side, just taking a little pose. Maybe he'll put himself in front of the fireplace.
Today.
I was definitely almost one of them. I'm not going to lie.
It's been a long day.
You know, after eating that White Castle, I'm probably going to pass out as soon as we're done with this. I say, Light just looks just so unenthused. But once he gets going, he is a machine, like we've said before. You know, just extremely energetic and exciting to watch play. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. Him and Ralphie were talking before. These two have been so close of late. Ralphie hasn't been able to beat Light, but he has been getting closer and closer and closer. And I'm looking forward to seeing if Ralphie can finally make the adjustment to beat Light today, or if Light is just going to consistently take the W and walk away with this.
We'll see how things go for it as Game 1 gives us Smashville. And this, a very typical setting for both of these players, both of these characters. It's something that we're just used to seeing, especially because Ralphie and Light play very often. It's not even just at regional events in the Northeast. Even whenever they occasionally bump into each other's locals.
Yeah, Ralphie kind of just hunts down Light every time he's here, kind of like how Light just hunted him down on his recovery, taking that stock very quickly. This is all Light so far in this Game 1. But Ralphie is extremely good at trying to get people figured out. Like, he doesn't like losing to a lot. This is the reason why he's made such a climb in the NY area. And this is a great way to make an answer after that first stock, putting on pretty much 80% unanswered.
Now it's a matter of you take out the stock, because he's sitting at 40%. That's really not a lot, especially in the grand scheme of how a Fox combo can go, or even just light pressure in general.
Exactly. I mean, as we saw before, it was about 30 seconds where the stock got deleted, and it was pretty much just all damage that was not answered. Gets him on his way down. I like the chase. Light not opting to throw out an air to try and put some pressure on him. Doesn't get the kill, though. Like we said, he's still at 133. He needs to seal this out, because Light can rack up this damage fast, and it could run away from him very quickly.
Coming in with the down air, it's not really going to be a lot to take Ralphie off the ledge. Like, Fox has amazing tools for the ledge trapping, but in certain positions, he just has to respect Ralphie's ability to come back to the ledge, especially with limit.
Oh, that was very smart. You know, Light has gotten so much better at taking a disadvantaged situation while recovering, with the character who has relatively poor recovery overall, and making it back aggressively. Ralphie hasn't adjusted yet, but throwing out that nair is going to finally get in that stock. At 100%, if he can slowly rack up the damage, it's still very possible.
Absolutely. Ralphie's going to have to try to play a bit more patiently as the set moves forward. And Excellent DI is going to keep him still in this Game 1. But you have to be careful when you play patiently. Normally, that's just the response against such an aggressive player as Light. But there's only so much you can do when that aggression presses down on you. And Game 1 of top 8 is going to fall right to Light.
That has become a extremely go-to option, trick of the trade type tool for Light. He fades back just far enough with that nair to make you think that you can whiff grab punish it or throw out something in exchange, and then he punishes fully with that F smash, and usually catches people off guard with DI mix-ups too. I'm interested to see if Ralphie can adjust to that and not fall for that again, because that was definitely something, if he just held shield, he could have gotten a hard punish off it.
Indeed. Game 2 is bringing us to Battlefield, and this is definitely a better setting for Ralphie. However, this is a stage that Light has performed particularly well on. He makes very good use out of the platforms for the sake of extending his own pressure. He does a good job of being able to cover coming back on stage. If he wants to go for drag footstools, he makes excellent use of how much space he has to open up the situation, and we even see it happen just like that. And pivot down smash is going to be able to cover, but he's not going to be able to pick up after the limit climb hazard.
Only the best Cloud players get the limit when they need it at the end. It's not when you don't want to get it when you're getting your face stomped in, but if it's going to let you survive, hey, you take it every time, because that definitely could have been the stock. Light had such a great frame trap on the left-hand side. He just could not seal it out because of that limit. And Ralphie racking his damage back up. But establishing some good pressure at the ledge. Light just opting to run to the other side of the stage. Sometimes it's good if you feel like you're getting cornered too heavily. Just reset neutral. There's no point in continuing to try and fight someone who has you an advantage. Oh, that's a
fortunate angle for Light.
Yeah, definitely not something you're normally used to seeing, but hey, we all do it. We all make mistakes, and Light giving Ralphie a little bit of extra breathing room. Doesn't matter, though. Gets the short hop there to get the up smash.
It's not often that you see Light make a miscalculation like that, but it is very characteristic of him to see if there is a small mistake he will bounce back from it. He doesn't linger on it.
That's one of the things that strong players they do so well. They don't let those type of situations get in their head, because if you do, you're already derailing yourself. The moment that you're fighting yourself in your head because you're mad about something, you're losing the match because you're giving your opponent the ability to outplay you. And Ralphie's starting to really take a lead here. Doesn't get the clank that he was hoping for on that dash attack.
Yeah, Fox Illusion is one of those moves where it's like, it's so hard to figure out a proper punish to it, whether or not it's going to trade, whether or not it's going to beat out, whether it's going to lose out. It's difficult to judge the space of it.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah. He was able to switch out that situation because he couldn't get the instant snap and that Nair pushing him just far away. And just to make sure for good measure he doesn't get magnet hands, throwing out that back air. That was very quick thinking on Light's part to make sure that didn't get out of hand, because Ralphie, if he got back to stage, the way he was playing that last stock, it was looking like Ralphie's game.
Yeah, he's making the adaptations, and in a set like this, it especially counts. It's worth noting that for top 8 here, it's best of 5. So it's not out of the woods just yet for Light. He's got to play the one more game if he wants to make this a 3-0 shutout, but Ralphie's been making those adaptations, and those small changes in all of how he wishes to interact with Light is making a big impact on how he's trying to control the stage, contest the ledge.
And I actually agree with him deciding to just stick with the battlefield as well. You know, we've seen there are extremely good combos that come out of Light. However, Ralphie is also another person who just thrives off of battlefield, being able to just constantly frame trap you. Not even so much combo. However, this is looking like a very bad spot for him right now because he cannot make it back. Able to just get by that down smash, though. Taking 80-some-odd% in exchange, though.
Coming in with the downer, though, is going to give Ralphie an opportunity to come back to the stage. And with limit in check, he just needs to weather the storm against Light, which is looking like a very questionable task at that. But
it is hurricane season right now, and Light trying to just tear apart the stage right now. Ralphie able to reset it, though. 125% is not exactly what Light wants to be dealing with, especially if he gets caught at the ledge. Opting to go for the down tilt, doesn't get the down air, which could have definitely sealed out that stock. Doesn't get the nair as well.
It's been a long time since we've seen Ralphie manage his down air from the ledge on Light. And I was actually talking with the two of them earlier about how that was one of the first interactions between Light and Ralphie that Light was recalling, was how he managed to just get that constantly on him.
I agree. The first time they played, I'm pretty sure Ralphie was the one who walked away with it. And ever since then, Light figured out the way he plays and kind of adjusted. And it's been all Light ever since. But he used to be so good at catching him at the ledge with those downers, he just doesn't get him anymore. Does get the back air, though, and evens his game back up.
Limit charge, forcing the approach from Light. This is the position that Ralphie wants to be in. Considering how the layout of the stage is going to benefit more towards Ralphie if he could play it more defensively, it's just a matter of getting that one trap, building up that damage as well as he can.
Yeah, big thing for Ralphie as well. If he can force Light into a situation off stage where he can get him on a lower recovery, he can rip that side B and steal a stock. But Light's angles, the way he recovers, is unreal with this character in this game. Majority of people would have been killed in situations where he makes it back. A big reason due to his teching. Tries to go for the snap, but Light buffering the jump to get out of there.
Trying to look for a situation to up air. He's not going to be able to do it. Light's still hunting down for this kill. If he's able to get it, he's got to make it happen fast. These percentages are climbing on both sides. And a missed tech from a Nair is going to be able to end the set with Light winning 3-0 over Ralphie.
Ooh, you know what? I like that. He